Tracking line centers, interference location of program setting. It's all position location, how to calculate all levels of the mind. Pattern interference location to its alliance. All levels in position location, navigation to its connections. Everything through rebellion in the GFL is going to set up sequence location of structure. I'm going to set up all position locations, highline system. We're going to travel to the moon in position locations. They've been through structures, they've been through obstacles. You have to go through the obstacle line center so you can basically put yourself in the mind line center rotations and know exactly how to get out of these things through its equation. You have to really understand this through perceptions. Okay, so this is about protecting you. Okay, and have really understand what the mind is through collaboration line position. All right, these things can be taken over if you don't understand your hologram structure to its obstacle course. So that's what's going to happen today with all levels. Graph line center, any gravity line interference locations, okay? The rebellions are going to have their 25 units. They're going to help you know opposite location to its calculation. You're going to have identification code line centers. It's going to be in track line interference location to its connection. The structure line center is everything the GFLs into the rebellion location to its connections, all right? It's all set up with you. When we travel to the moon, you guys have to understand these position locations, all right? Really understand what's going on with space and everything inside you. This is a Trinity standing is escaping the matrix. You have to escape the matrix now. Very important. Structure line centers, anything, position locations. You guys are very well aware when it comes into the solar flares. What does that mean, solar flares? Well, it's all about understanding the mind, the conception of how it can be in its position locations, and how anything can be taken away through structure. Hologram line interference location to all levels. Okay, high force and line position of dimensional doors, locking line interference to hologram structure location to its connections. It's amazing how it's connected to all levels of its mainframe. Now, this is Trinity standing when you come into resolution, pattern, line position locations, resolutions, connections, and mirror resolution, line center position locations, and perception. So all this can be taken away through body fractionment line center location to its connections, manufacturing device line positions, setting up a new virus line connections of Trojans. I don't think you want that through equation. So today, this is what's going to happen. You guys are going to go into high-level rotation and really get into the obstacle courses of you. The rebellion is going to set that up. If you have any questions, you can ask them. Team is all set up through position location. They know exactly what's given to them in 24, 48, or 72 window. That's the position location when you come into your all-level connections. It's everything through all levels of the Galactic Federation of its awareness and everything through its alliance. Okay, 5-10 minutes, we'll get started. Everybody really has to understand how to control the mind, especially when you're sleeping. But you're not sleeping, you're recharging. But the thing is, let me give this to your attention. When you are, I can take these out now, okay, because I'm in a computer alignment interference. So I have the rebellion protecting humanity and system locations to its moon. So it's true to understand, what does the mind mean to you? It's true to understand when you're sleeping, let's just say that. When you're sleeping, are you aware of what's happening? No. Why? Because you don't understand the connection of what is through the avatar system. You see faces, you see structures, you see geometry systems, you see data, you see program settings, you see the moon, you see the sun. But do you see it? It's all about trusting your system of what you want. It's all about protecting you every single day through the mind system. Collaboration Center can be taken over at any track system location of space. Changing position locations, highlighting interference line position locations, timeline interference, trap line connections, all levels of clocking. There's so many things that can be taken over. You guys feel the energy of the force, position location of space. So true understanding is keeping you more aware. After today, you'll be more aware. When you're sleeping, you'll be more prepared of what you see. So you can basically protect yourself, that position locations. Now I set up a plasma line centers. So it's a whole new hologram structure of the Earth. That's why it kind of feels kind of weird, because you're shifting. I shift you. What do you think shift is? Massive shift. What does that mean? It's shifting humanity from platitude of ground perception to another hologram structure of their Earth. In rotation center, it's all set up, position location to its conditions. All right. Now in position location, humanity is going to be wearing anti-gravity suits. This is all about understanding, because the ones that have been on the moon and ones that haven't been on the moon have to understand the gravity pull, its connection to all levels. In high position locations, its high system location to its connections. but you will be identified to each other, right? But it's important you understand structures of you, because the mind is everything through its imagination, right? So when you're sleeping, the next time you'll be able to be more prepared of what you come against through its awareness. That's what this is all about, protecting humanity, especially when you're sleeping, but you're recharging your avatar system. So the more you allocate time, the more you stand space of time, the more you stand the connections of the soul where it has to reach the location to its connections. But it's important you escape the matrix in position location to its connections. This high force all levels of you through track system. You have to truly understand how to use the Jarmpy line connections and all levels. You start off the inner child, but the inner child is just the basic. The introduction to its position location is coming into the heartline center. Trusting factors of communication of you through the mind system rotates the system to locations to all level connection. Right? So that's the importance you have to understand to that position. Okay. So let's see where we are. Okay. Terry, John. Corporal, hey, great. See you there, Michael. Corporal, gravity, line defense. Excellent. Good for you, buddy. Looks good on you. All right. Gina, Sin, how's it going? Fun. How you doing? It's great to see you. Rainer, Lauren, Nikki, Belle, Sam, Fun. We're just going to go fast track here because we've got a lot to do today. Merkaba booted. Yep. Virus scanner. You guys are giving more your graph line centers. Know exactly what you're doing is protecting humanity. That is your job. Good afternoon. Hey, how's it going, Arlene? Frontier, how's it going for the new viewers? So Rebellion is here to help you. It's just don't be, alarmed or scared or anything. It's just that we're going to travel to the moon. When we travel to the moon, you're going to see it being very real because you're more activated through more upgrade system locations. So this is the true understanding because you have two line centers, one in the morning and one at night. Okay, the track line center rotations you between 4 to 6 to 8 to 12 hours, depending on your work reference and what you do through calculations. How long you sleep all determines on what you do through calculations. Let's say you go down at nighttime and you're sleeping and you just want 8 hours of the mind in space. Where did you go? This program location is everything through its obstacle course. This is all set up through structure. And this is going to help you along the way to understand the position locations and why it's so important to understand you through calculations, because that's all your mind is. It's just imagination. But the imagination is extremely real through its creation, especially when you are sleeping. 8 to 10 to 12 hours, what happens within that? That's a lot of hours to sleep. Because nobody really sleeps 8 hours. They sleep when they want to sleep. But when you're sleeping, your mind is open constantly, more and more each day. So if you can calculate and modify time sequence, time code, and time interference, you got a good chance, right, to protect your system locations when you get up in the morning, right? First thing you do is when you go to sleep, you protect your system. You get up, you protect your system before you go to work or whatever you do through that routine. You have 24 hours to sync with location to balance position to its gravity system. It's to understand how to use these through calculations of its avatar. Okay? All right. Bender, how's it going? Jill, how's it going? Thank you, Jill. Hydrated, drink your water. Yep, Michael, Adam, making Rebellion and everything that GFL ready for the connections of the Galactic Federation Alliance. 25 troops in place, XC1000s in place, Overwatch, of course. Excellent, great. Calculations, coming into position locations. I got signals of the moon now. All right, so we're going to travel very fast. All right, I set up through structure location, a code system location to its connections. Bound on information to a high-level system. Rebellion will set up all business location and structures for everybody, okay? So it's going to feel kind of weird when you go to the moon, especially with the ones that are new for the very first time. So don't be alarmed. Just know that you're calculated, modified, and protected. So they're buying the JFL. They're there to help you out and get you in point view, point check, and rendezvous, okay? Echo Ziller, position location to its connections. All right. High saving line center. You're going to set up the code line interference. Observation interference location new calculations. Set up the course line centers to the Galactic Federation of its alliance. Put them program line center position locations of the moon. All right, trial position line centers. Open up portal activation line position location to calculations. Getting all positions creating alliance line sense rotation mine interference line position calculations. High position high center location to its connections. Graph interference location to its power line centers. In position of program setting. Okay, so panel line centers, structure line positions coming in simulation graph line conditions. Program setting position location to its modified signal. All right, trial direction of time. I'm going to show you the moon. Moon's coming in position locations. Now, what I did with my voice grid line center is all calculations to the moon. The moon sets its course line center every single day. So it's all about understanding where it's going through collaboration of thought patterns. Your moon travels extremely fast. Your position, your sun sets all levels of the calculations to your light to flex fast line connection, which sets up all gravity interference to position location to its connections. All right, so we set up position locations, knowing exactly where your Merkaba is. And this is where Jill comes in, set up a new grid line center. In position to calculations. Now let's go into the green interference line position locations. Calculation all levels. All right. So in grass line center interference, the moon can be anything to position. Reflection to connection all level systems. Deflection, anything connections. All right. Program setting, all plasma line position locations. That's the moon. All right. Now I'm opening a portal line center, code signal location and calculation. All right. So it's open. All right. In positions, we have the Galactic Federation communication of awareness and high system. So I'm changing your awareness so you can see the moon, right? It's all in code signal. Now your graph line centers, your anti-gravity line center, interference line positions. Now the rebellion has set up 2 courses for you. Went through the GFLs and everything at the rebellion. Airbender is a recruiting line center, planet line interference in business locations. You're on his radar now in connections. So he set up a structure for you guys to go through. It's all position locations to understand how to get into all levels of structure. So it's kind of like getting at a high line centers situations, positions locations to its problem. All right, so high channel rotation interference coming in position, right? Coming in position, right? Going through. All right, all right, here we go. All right, so now you're on the moon. Okay. All right, communication high interference, code signal locations. All right, code equals moon, track center. Okay, code equals the moon line interference. Okay, rotation center position locations, high position high line center. Okay, so we got a triangle line center, starlight interference position location on Merkaba, high channel rotation interference location to its conditions. All right, it's high channel lines position locations, track line center, and position locations. There's the information graph line center. In calculations, you got a compilation line position location and calculation. Graph interference line position. Okay, 2 dot line centers are coming in. Here's the GFL, and here's the rebellion. Okay, GFL and the rebellion. See the intelligent locations? All right, set up course line centers, all position and structure. Get them into program line center, interference line position locations. Now, you guys are going to go through your alliance of each other. The GFLs and the rebellion have already set up course system location to its connections. Travel position locations to the moon. There we go. High signal locations, 40 minutes. Have fun. Structures are set up through the simulation graph line centers and the GFLs and the rebellion. Humanity has to get in position locations and truly understand how to use the mind of its imagination. All right? So let me know where you are through track center. All right. So make sure you drink your water. Everybody's on the moon. Code signals and activation line position locations. Sonar's in. Attendant line center and interference line position location. But it's amazing how you set up codes to the moon, to its vortex of its tetrahedron, to its condition of its structure to simulation. All right? So I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some water. Okay, so how's everybody doing so far? Got my granola. Have to have my granola, you know, try to get those for food groups, in position, especially your dietary system. It's a true understanding. You notice my voice has changed again. My voice is in a commanding system, especially when I get in position location of battle. So, or anything through preparation to that calculations, right? So, all right. So where are we here? Okay. All right, 25 units ready. Linked, gravity suits on. Great, beautiful, nice smiles. All right, silver ready. Okay, can't wait. Erno, how's it going to see new people? Getting your awareness of the moon for the first time is very powerful when you make connections, but you have the rebellion and the GFL to help you out. Okay, this is about enforcing the enforcement's locations to its connection of time frequency, time codes, time interference, and business locations. Tidal defense, highline channels, rotation to its condition. So, all right, these suits are amazing. Great, excellent. Let's see, changed my skin color. The nice summer tan looks better now. Next time, special requests of blue. Hello, everyone. This is going to help you out more through the mind, especially when you go through structure. Really understand how you get into situations when you get into involvements of other communication of higher levels of intelligence, guys. This is about protecting you and your system and everything around you, anything that you care about, your loved ones, your family, your kids, Really know exactly what's happening when you're sleeping through recharging interference, programming locations. Every time you go down and sleep, you're charging your vessel for travel for the next day. All right, let's see here. Water check. Okay, it looks great on you. Okay, mine is dark purple. Excited, let's go. Okay, let's see. Whoa, that's powerful. Sarge took a while to make. Portals opening. Sarge back to back. Blast off. Confirm arrival. Morning. How's it going, John? Let's see the team. Start the course. Vortex. Two sides are the same. Let's know what you're seeing if you get stuck. Okay, so the rebellion is actually seeing humanity now, which is amazing. And this is a true standard where it comes in position. And the only way we can do that is in the current location, which is its now. That's the only way humanity is going to see the rebellion and the GFLs in the same timeline. It's very powerful when you can do this through its connections of rotation in space. So, of course, sectors are at the same speed. Okay, let's see where we are in place. So, my units, obstacle course located with Moon Crater, Casting Plaza, Web, the Crystal Grid activated. Very good, Jill. Thank you. Saw a warp portal, us all pulled in. Yep, exactly. Magnetic force. It's like a tractor beam. Yeah. Be aware of breathing. Stay hydrated. Drink your water. Yes. Getting out. Storm in here. On off today. My 25 units all over the course. I'm going to start over watching the whole course. All right. So it's all about navigations, having the eye center, location, line conditions, each having each other's back. All right, you follow the course, the only space, feel lost, just imagine beginning again and start over. Yeah, so if you don't understand the obstacle course, that's fine. This is getting your mind ready, prepared, where you get out of situations a lot faster without hesitating. Okay, without hesitating. You don't want to hesitate in the mind. This is the collaboration you guys have to get into your power register time system to understand how you can get into the knowing and doing without even thinking. That's what this is. That's why you're in position locations of the Galactic Federation of its alliance. You have to become more aware of what you see when you're coming into awareness to positions because they're extremely aware of you now. You have to be aware of them. So, Vortexing 101. Okay. Let's see. Embers in position. Tranquility Pyramid. I just traveled and I a major rebirth into 25 units circling Merkabah rotation eliminating course. Crystal beacons, very good. Jill rebirthing and holy. Okay, portals closed, miniatures. It gets interesting too because when you're in the current location, you're no longer dealing with yourself. You're seeing each other now, which is in its current location of the moon, which is even more amazing. So, Drinking more water. Merkaba rotating above Johnny. Okay, team looks good. Frontier, ground, please. See, that's conditions where you guys are seeing each other, which is amazing. Where rebellion really has to get into the side of the fence. It's all about helping humanity and each other at the same time. Water, again, very crucial. So, okay, water, breathing, grounding. Zelda travel 2. She's on the course. Bonus points. You see her. All right, team. Let's see. Zelda travel 2. She's on the course. Okay, got the conditioning interference. Traveling through diamond core. Line center to moon. Gravitational pull. All right. I'm landed. Everywhere is far away from me. Yep. Not exactly where you are is point view. Really understand that. Is this the moon? Yeah. I see you're dodging and chasing the lasers. Okay, circle up team. Okay. It's a good experience for the rebellion because they've never been up against this. They've always been in position locations of 25 units, but now they have something in sector. Vector coordinate interference location to the quadrant line center is positioned for them to understand how they can calculate all levels of what they see through humanity. So, very dusty, awesome, Chris. Okay, oh goodness, look at Zelda. I'm in a circle formation, grounding. Okay, let's see here. Let's get moving. All right, let's see. We got a lot going on here. Activating gravity lines. Ley lines, yeah, perfect. Great. Seeing gold energy, rings running through. You got this, love. Yeah. So this is the first time for the new viewers coming into the first obstacle course. Activation of dodge. This puts you in a capacitor system location, the better strong line center of the mind and what it is through creation, you know, where you can zip, zap, zoom through these obstacle courses without even thinking, hesitation, or anything through its anticipation. So, geometry code, frequencies, avatar to the moon in the center. First landed and was in a bit of a shock, had to get grounded. Oh, there you go. It's great to see new people. Not sure where they are. Think you're on a movie, but it's not. You're actually seeing the moon. You're actually on the modem. Oh, man. For the new viewers, just the sights to see. All right, Danielle, we're helping you guide you through the structure. We're on the moon. Yeah. Yeah. Calm their centers, get in position locations, know exactly what they need to do. Hydrate ground, remain calm, allow your inner child to lead the way. Yes, exactly. Listen to all levels of Fleet Commander Chill, everything to all levels of Amber, and connection to all levels of Airbender, and the whole position locations of the Rebellion and the GFLs. All right. Ellen, how's it going? Johnny, can you add some frequency to the grounding lines? Need some adjustments. So you're helping each other. Even the rebellion is helping each other. So that's great. So you're all in this together. A bit hard to stay calm at first. But see, that's the thing, because you're not sure where you are. And that kind of like confuses its position. But knowing how to travel is extremely real through the mind system. Right? What makes it more real is that you're there in the current location, which is the now. That's how you're able to see everybody. It's incredible when you do these things through timelines, right? So it's practice makes perfect, right? The more you do this. So, Tracy, do you see the little Tracy singing in the moon through our lights? Yeah, it is now a chain reaction. Yeah, good. All right, so Jeanette's getting in position, crawling through some dirt. My mind doesn't know what to think. All right, that's okay. That's totally fine. You don't know what to think. The rebellion is here to help you. I'm here to get you in position to understand what your mind is seeing through its awareness, right? So it's all about the trust factor, how you have to put your positions more in calculations. Like I said, when I look at something through my glasses, I see all levels of position location of the sun, which is purple, and all position location of the moon, which is blue. Now, blue line center location can change anything, position locations, all levels of your thought. Your position location is time frame. So that's why I say in position locations, you're up there for 40 minutes in high system locations, right? So it's pretty amazing how you track center like conditions. When I do like a 5-hour video in position, I have no filter. So 5 hours in space is like 10 minutes on Earth. It doesn't feel like 5 hours. It only feels like 10 minutes because I'm traveling so fast. My time frequency locations to anything calculate its position, time frame, time codes, time interference, time connection. I mean, it's all positioned to its avatar. Try to understand all levels of youth and balance and your position to the mind through its travel recognition of time location. All right, let's see. Moon and Aries using the heart, not the mind. Okay. Yes, use the heart. Okay, it's the base, it's the command center, and then use the mind, right? Because the heart needs to know exactly what you're doing when you see these things through provision. Heart beating a bit fast. Yep, drink your water, breathe, grabbing the rope, stay out of your mind. Tracy into the heart, looking good. Frontier, good. Box breath, everyone. Slow heart beats in sync. Focusing on breathing, drinking more water. Yes, it's crucial. Tarzan jumping onto Mother Moon, grounding my light codes into Avatar. All right, thank you, Jill, helping the grounding. Exactly, you guys are helping each other. If you're having trouble seeing the general, jump out of the channel and jump back in. It's interesting how Corporal comes in. The ground line defense. That's pretty interesting. Okay. Jungle Gym is balancing with gratified speed of the momentum. Okay. Interesting. Any connections? Samantha's on standby. Yeah, Tracy. What am I not doing? Well, that's what you're here for, Tracy, is understanding what you need to do, is to get more into the mind of balance. That's what this is all about. That's why he set up structures and simulations. The rebellion started off that way. They asked the same thing. What's this all about? What do I do? Where do I go? What's going on? I'm confused. These are all things that are normal. You come in more position locations, you come more in what you see, you get into the activation cycle, circle rotation interference. So it's trying to understand how to use yourself when you're going into these things. So, all right, holding north for the team, Samantha, your compass. Can you add it? Yeah. Thank you, Amber. She needs to add her compass in position. The compass, what it does for humanity, is it keeps them in the center operation line positions, keeps them calm in the center rotation, knowing exactly what's going on. So it's time frequency locations, putting them in the current line center, right? So that they don't get off signal locations. Because if the compass is not in position location, it changes timelines to humanity, seeing everything in the past, the future, and very confused to their center operation. So it's important you have the compass. Knowing how to use the compass, another thing. So that's what Samantha is used for in her positions to its rebellion, helping humanity in that way. All right, let's see here. Made it to the third obstacle. Great. Jeanette, lots of chatter in the helmets. Sam said the connection was unstable. Her connection was unstable. Well, that's good, Gina. At least you understand why it's unstable. So Michael vortexed the capstone and moved it onto the top of the pyramid and lined it up with the codes to the top of the pyramid, seeing the entire pyramid activate. It's to help prevent new matrix. There you go. Yeah, you guys are doing a wonderful job trying to find my yeah, kind of jumping. Yeah. Few are still at the course. Okay, there's lots going on here. This is fantastic. All right. Yes, I added my compass, added the codes to calm them through balance. Thank you, Samantha. Releasing DNA codes. Thank you, Veronica. Excellent. This helps out humanity in a way where they can breathe and hydrate and drink at the same time. Okay. All right. So you put Christina in high system locations to the moon. There you go, Christina. You're in position. So, Christina, you're in high line center right now. You're in the moon line interference. First time rotation in your connections. All right. So you have Airbender of the rebellion line centers. You have Amber and position location and all levels of Jill. So in calculation, you have the rebellion and the GFL helping you out. Going through structure. All right. Let's see. Going following the rainbow trail. I see bubbles. That's me. I can see you. Good lane over there. Okay, great. So it's scary down here. I see you all on the edge of the crater. I can see Ryan flying around. Okay, it looked like a dragon at the moment. Falling dragon for a few of us. Ding dong, zip zap zoom. Like Batman's easy peasy lemon squeezy. I see embers. Having so much fun. Chris is so long gone. Indeed, awesome. See, this is what it is. This is what it's all about. It's getting your position locations and balance everything to the mind. So, all right, here comes the new codes. Great for the new phase. That's what we want. The calculations. Thank you. Fleet Commander, Guardians of the Galaxies, and Mother Earth. All right, coming out back to the top of the crater. Excellent. Trying to take Jill's hand. Can't reach her. Raising moons, atmospheric frequencies. I went through a maze quickly to get to what I needed to do with the pyramid. Oh, there you go. I'm here, Tracy. We're beside you. View it as a playground. Nothing scary here. No, it's all fun. It's just inner child. Think of the gladiators going through an obstacle course. That's all it is. Just trying to go through it without any hesitation. This is all about understanding where you get into the mind of no thinking and all knowing and all doing. Okay? So, DNA activation of the moon, balancing harmonics of the moon, Mother is sending love. Oh, great. Excellent. Dancing, giggling, flip-flops, somersaults, flying on my back above the dust. I got you, Trace, holding your hand. We're all walking forward. Imagine the light course ahead of us. We were all perfect. So much fun. But isn't that great? You guys are actually seeing each other in the current location. It's amazing when you can do these things through timeline. So it's a wonderful feeling when you do these things. It doesn't matter where you are, but when you're activated, you definitely will see the moon all through codes, especially when you come to my live. So now you know how real it is, right? Now you know why, because you're not just seeing you and structures and visions and this and that. You're seeing actually the rebellion and the GFL. It doesn't get any more real than that, guys. You are in the current location of the moon right now. Try to understand the calculations, how you use your mind through imagination to go through an obstacle course that's set up in space through simulation. Right? So, all right. So let's see. Wow, the moon playground. Yep, exactly what it is. It's it. Well, the Crater Line Center is dust, but the inside is hollow. It's all computer, but the outside it grasps its system locations. It's got all level 10 line center position locations into 1 billion line interference of platforms and position location calculations. And it's got 6 trillion line centers of computers in the operation circle, rotation to its core. So it activates its line system to its modem. It structures lines connection all levels, position location to the sun, which changes operation line center calculations all levels of its ground line system. Everything to the sun and the moon is everything to the ground system. You are the core center of everything through this universal system, which is the mind of imagination. So it's amazing how we come into that through calculations, all through obstacle. All right. Flying around now. Let me know if anyone needs help. Set me off. Flare. Yeah, I'm sure, coming in there, Sergeant, you're pretty used to these things, these obstacle courses that you go through, climbing walls and going under the grounds and stuff like that, and wires. And, it's amazing because it's all about understanding is that this is all done through observation, and it's all done through universal awareness when you come into these things, especially when you're in the current location of the now. How it's so simple to do these things once you understand you through the avatar of its memory. Once you get your memory back, there's nothing that you can't do that you've already done, right? So that puts you in a better program setting locations because I don't hesitate. I don't think. I just know and do. There's a difference between that when it comes into AI. It's the awareness of everything through calculations that sets wings to all of a system, drawn to locations of travel, in teleportation to its connections of its inner child. So holding hands with those needing assistance, we are taking a shortcut to the end of the course. All right, Steph, where's the vacuum? Just brush, doing the backflips, flying over, scanning light. I see. All right, did someone say banana split? Oh, yeah. All right, so the course is almost finished. You guys are doing well. There's a little bit kilter off at the beginning, but I think you guys are really getting calculations. So we will be doing this from time to time, so you get set and prepared of what to do when you are basically understanding more through its mind system. It's the importance you have to understand when you come to all levels of tunnels and portals or anything through its connection of travels of the Merkaba, the Tesseract, or the Tetrahedron of its connections. All right? So protecting perimeter, yeah. Follow the light, showing the way out, yeah. Probably in my backpack with everything else you put in there, these suits, anti-gravity suits, yeah, exactly. But it's amazing how you can go through calculations all through code system, right? I'm also seeing holding cells. Yep. Mm-hmm. Holding cells is coming into your position gravity line centers, coming backtrack line centers back in the ground interference location to its system. If you watch time zones, you understand how lacing line comes at you. So the particle system, so it's kind of like if my hand goes like this, it changes particle. So it separates. So it's so every second, the particle changes its position. So that's when you come back to the ground. So you come back together. E fields up, ready to go, back on the ground system. That's what the particle system does when you travel. You have to separate and come back together. You see that on Star Trek when they disappear on their platforms, right? That's what it is, the calculations. So just to get heads up on what's going on through calculations, what you're doing. When you're teleporting, everything through time capacitor. All right? Yeah, it's good to know all these things, isn't it? You guys did a wonderful job. Okay. So in position locations, confirmation all levels. Private sector, there connections. Amber? I did get confirmation for private sector for today. So I will be on TikTok for anybody that wants to basically come into Heinlein Centers and escape the matrix. So I think we did a fantastic job for first time for people that have never been on the moon. The connection is all levels. So everybody that's been on the moon is more connected to its position locations, right? So you understand more of its program setting, how it's set up through its modem, right? Actually being on the actual planet system, which solar connects you through its avatar of its memory. So, yeah. So I'm going to snap my fingers, code setting locations, everything through all levels, observation cycles, rotation interference, everything through the Galactic Federation Alliance, bring them back into Vision Center rotations back in the Earth location through its connections. There you go. Now you're back. Rebellion Line Center interference location at GFL. Set up program line centers, set up all light position locations of the moon. I can't have the lights on in the moon because it overrides the system location electrical line connections. It's a defaulting mechanism of travel. So we got to make sure we take the defaults off in position locations, set up new energy lighting interference position location to its connections. So it's like you putting lights in a room and then turning the lights off when you go. In position locations, offline center, close all portal locations into rebellion, back in track interference to GFL. There you go. Back in position location to its connections. All right. So I will see everybody on the flip side. Adios.